1x TBE buffer.
So we've got 0.75 grams weighed out into there. Got the TBE buffer.
50 mils of 1x TBE buffer. Put it in. The agarose is not going to dissolve until we heat it up. Bring it into the microwave. And I think I'm just going to put 1 minute on and hit the start button.
Safety.
And I'll probably need to put it in there again because I think there's still crystals in there. Yeah, I can still see crystals in there. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in one more time just for the rest of the 4 seconds. Because usually I get it to boil a couple times and then by that time all the crystals are nice and dissolved. It's only 3 seconds, I'm not sure it's gonna go. We'll see. It didn't boil again. Put up the light. I'm not seeing anything, so I think we're probably good.
As long as there's nothing swirling, then.
Always do the hand test, it's still too hot. I'm gonna put the lithium bromide in when it cools down a little bit more. Lithium bromide is a dye that binds to DNA molecules to help us see the DNA after we run the gel. Put that into the agarose solution. Mixing the lithium bromide, and we'll pour the gel. Not sure how.
And then it says like 50 mils.
Do I need to put more in, or I can't see where it is relative to the tape. That's what I'm worried
Oh,
about.
you can go a little bit higher.
A little bit more.
Yeah, that should
Do
be.
that right there.
Yeah.
So 50 mils is just a little too much. So like 40 mils. Fills up those things. Here's a tube with PCR reaction. 1 microliter of Hay3 enzyme, just a little tiny bit at the very bottom. Made sure I looked at it, make sure there's some there. Now we can basically put it into the pink liquid at the bottom. We're going to pipette up and down to mix the enzyme in. I'm going to close this lid to show that I put the enzyme in.
We'll give each PCI just a quick mix. Maybe let's just amp up the speed there, get them to mix, and then we'll spin them down just a few seconds to make sure that all of the product is at the bottom.
Do you want to save this changes? Yes. Okay, this is, I'm just going to call it restriction. This electrophoresis unit is now ready to load DNA samples into. As you recall, the tray used to be out on the desktop. We had tape that prevented the agarose from flowing out of the tray. After the gel hardened, we were able to take the tape off, and then we had the combs that we wiggled out of the gel, and now you can see the wells that are left. Those wells are what we're going to load our DNA samples with. One of the things I want to have you pay attention to is that we have wells over here on this side and in the middle. Red indicates the positive electrode, and we know that DNA molecules are negatively charged, and so they're going to be moving towards the red pole. That's why we have the wells way over here on the left side. The 30 minutes has passed, so we're going to open up the PCR machine. There's a lid here, and we have our tubes in the rack. We're going to move them over to our other rack so we can place them close to the, see the pink liquid at the bottom. It's all stayed down there. We can then load it on the gel. We'll take these over towards the gel, which is pretty much all the liquid that's in the tube. Yeah, it's always not sure how that's going to go. But one of the things I make sure of is that there isn't a bubble at the bottom of the tip. Then I'm going to basically place the pipette tip into the liquid right above the well. And then I'm going to release the sample into the well, and I'm hoping I'm getting it in there. There we go. Looks like it's in there. Now, what I usually do, and maybe this isn't the right thing, is I usually use the same tip to load every sample, but I wash it in between each one, or do you think I should just use
I
a new
think
tip
that's
every
fine.
time?
No, I think it's okay. But your students will probably each use their own tip.
Yeah, they'll use two, but I don't know, again.
Uncut versus cut.
It's probably not going to be a difference. The residual DNA that would be left in the tip would be so minimal.
Okay, do this one right on
And
top of the, well, slowly, oops, I lost a little bit there.
Okay.
So the pink dye that's added in from the primer, that loading dye, it has something that makes it heavier. And so as long as the students are right above the well, when they release the sample, it'll sink to the bottom of the well.
Place the lid on top of the electrophoresis unit. The black wire is going to go over the black electrode and the red over the red. Place it on top. Make sure you get a nice snug fit. We're going to place the electrode into the power source, the red into the red, the black into the black. Now we just need to turn it on. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Where is the switch? It's probably right here. Okay, there's a switch in the back. And we're going to need to hit the voltage, and we're going to increase the voltage, and we are going to put it at 80?
130.
130? Okay, let's go ahead and put it at 130 then.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
That's
try to
what we
get
got
it done,
on.
right? And then we'll hit the run button.
Hey.
I've
Okay.
even,
What I usually do is I usually like to look and see if there's bubbles coming up from the electrodes. And it might be a little bit hard to see, but oh yeah, definitely can see it over on this side, on the negative electrode. There's bubbles coming up indicating that's running now.
And we're gonna run that for?
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, come on. There we go. Okay, when the electrophoresis unit is finished running, we're gonna hit the stop button. That's going to stop the electricity. We'll then pull out the electrodes, be safe, and then we can take the lid off. Now lift up the tray, and we'll let some of the liquid drain off. Then we can bring the gel over to the gel documentation system. It's going to be really important that we remove the gel from the tray because UV light will not penetrate the tray. Okay, got a big bubble in there, looks like it's coming out. Close the door. Gel documentation system allows you to, I think I should start at home. Let's go back. You come to the gel documentation system, you're going to hit the nucleic acid gels with dyes button. And then we can choose a dye. Lithium bromide has already been chosen. So now we can go and hit auto image. And it's going to determine the optimum exposure. Let's take a look at the gel. Okay. So this is what